presenting TransitOps smart transport operation platform. The problem is logistics companies still run their fleets on a spreadsheets and paper logbooks. That leads to double book vehicle, mismanagement window, driver dispatch on expired license, and zero visibility into what a trip actually cost. TransitOps replace all of that with one centralized system that enforces the business rule automatically, not just display data, but prevents the mistake spreadsheet can't catch. What are the rules that we have created? Fleet manager, driver, safety officer, financial analyst. Now we are going to log in as a fleet manager. In the dashboard, we can see the recent trips, alerts, and vehicle registry, driver management, trip management, maintenance, fuel, and expenses. Now we are going to register a vehicle. Here we can add a vehicle. Register number, vehicle name, model, type of a vehicle, status, maximum load capacity of a vehicle, and acquisition cost. Now click on add vehicle. Now we can clearly see that we have successfully created the vehicle register. That is a GJ07AB88875. Now in a driver management, we have before we have created multiple drivers, and by clicking add drive, we can add a new driver by providing a driver name, license number. License number should be unique, providing that phone number, license category, expiry date, and by clicking this add driver, we can clearly add a new driver and click on done. We can see that the Farhan Mania is a newly created driver. Okay, now we are going to add a trip by the trip management, and here we can see that a history of a trips that we had created earlier. Now we are going to create a new trip. The original source of a that we are going to depart from this Katlal, and the destination will be Anand, and the assigned available vehicle that we have earlier created, that is a model X GJ07AB8875, and our assigned driver is the Farhan Mania, right? And the cargo weight should be less than the weight that is given by the driver, and the planned distance would be approximately 60 kilometers. Now you click on create trip. The trip is successfully created. Okay, now we can see that we have clearly successfully created the trip. Now click on the dispatch vehicle. The cargo weight should be minimal. Dispatch, and successfully dispatch the trip. And we can copy this trip command to access this trip. Here by pasting this, we can see the status of the trip, right? That is a dispatch. Okay, now when we come to know that the trip has been completed, then we need to fill out this the actual distance, a fuel consumed by the driver, revenue generated, and the fuel cost, and click on complete trip. So by this way, our status will be completed. In the dashboard, we can clearly see that Katlal to Anand that will be completed, right? Okay, now we are going to log in as a finance officer to manage the expenses, right? So click on sign in. By the sign in the dashboard, we can clearly see the particular expenses of a vehicle, right? Now we are going to log a new expense. The vehicle would be a model X that we have already created. A fuel type would be either toll or a fuel, right? And the transaction date would be today's date, and the fuel quantity would be uh, 10 liters. Now, and the cost would be 9,500, and the create on log transaction, right? And the log has been successfully transisted. And we are going to GJ07AB8875, right? This is the spend, total spend, and the fuel expenses. Before that, we have also created a 9,500. That's why we can see that here it is a 11,000. The sum of both this fuel and expense management. In the maintenance management, we can here maintain the vehicle. Here it is a vehicle maintenance form. By the vehicle, we can see the but multiple vehicle maintenance type, like a engine inspection, and then there's priority. Priority would be high maximum for the engine inspection, right? Estimated cost would be around 1,000, and the notes would be anything, right? Save work order would be saved. Now here we can see one vehicle already in the shop for the maintenance. When we come to know that our engine inspection has been completed, then we can change this its status, right? It is our right now it is ongoing, and close, and we are going to close and release the vehicle, right? Here it is a completed in the engine inspection. We can see the It is a completed GJ07 AB8875. Now the finance manager create the documents and reports of all those expenses, right? Click on export CSV. CSV has been completely successfully exported. Now click on it, and yes, it is successfully created, right? Of all the vehicles, their type, their status, acquisition, for fuel cost, maintenance, total operation, right? And this is all about website. It contains a revenue, fuel efficiency, fleet utilization, vehicle ROI, operational cost, all computed live from the exact same data we have just watched us and created. One click CSV export for offline reporting. That's the TransitOps, one platform, 5 rules, and the most importantly, business rules that are enforced by the system, not left to whoever remember to update spreadsheets. Thank you. Thank you.